What's up, guys? This is Gina and welcome back to my channel. This video is basically just to help you guys out on what you need to prepare to get to DR, you know, before surgery and then up until surgery. But before we get started, here's a little word from our sponsors. I gotta let you know about this hair that I'm rocking. This hair is from West Kiss. They reached out to me and wanted me to present this hair to you guys. So this is what the box looks like. In the box, you get your wig, and then you also get some mink lashes, some nice little natural lashes. I am gonna go over the specs of the hair. I'm gonna read it off my phone so I don't get anything messed up. All right, so this is a body wave wig. It is 180% density, human hair lace front wig. And it is a frontal wig because it has lace from ear to ear. It has about 4-inch parting space. It is 180 density, and I did get the medium cap. So straight out of the box, all I did was cut the lace off. I cut the baby hairs, gelled the baby hairs down. I tightened the wig cap up because there is no elastic band on the inside and I don't like gluing my wigs down. I do have a wig band on that helps for security. I tightened the wig up and then I put it on. I gelled my baby hairs down after I cut them. I put wand curls in the hair. I didn't wand curl the entire thing, but I did about 10 wand curls, and then I finger combed it out. It did curl really, really good in my opinion. The hair is very shiny. It looks very lustrous and beautiful. I did not get any shedding, but I didn't pluck it either because I like to wear my hair literally just flipped over. I don't like uniform parts. I love just doing the little flip over method. I like giving my hair like a little bit of volume. I bring it over one shoulder. I put this part behind, and that is how I go about my day. I am 5'9", so like I said, this is 22 inches. This is where it comes on me curled, just right to the breast if you stretch it out. So if you were to flat iron it and you're a height similar to mine, it is gonna come all the way down to your waist. But like I said, I love the way that this curl pattern looks. I like the way that it took the wand curls. I didn't put anything in it. I didn't wash it. It didn't have a smell. So these effortless curls will probably last me the entire day. Like I said, this is West Kiss lace wig. It is one of those easy wigs. This is a beginner's wig. You can also customize it however you want to. I will have a coupon code down below for you guys. I did get this shipped to my house really, really quick. So when you put in your order, you will be getting your hair within a week. So that's always a plus for me. So if you order at the beginning of the week, you will have your hair by the weekend. So let me guys know what you think about this hair. Do you guys like the more curly, big hair? Do you like the Brazilian loose wave hair on me? I usually like a tighter curl, but I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with these loose like summer wave hair. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's like a beachy wave. This is like my version of like a beachy wave because this is a looser curl. But this hair is very soft. You guys check them out. West Kiss hair. They do not disappoint. Y'all look at that. That length is like perfect on me. It looks good. Even the color looks good. I'm probably not gonna dye this hair. I'm probably just gonna keep it just this natural color how it came. Y'all check them out. Let me know how you like them and stay tuned. I'm just gonna go over a couple of things about having surgery in the DR. You can go check out my past videos. I kind of gave you guys what you needed to pack. I told you guys kind of my experience there, like the bad stuff of plastic surgery. And this is just gonna be like how to actually book everything for surgery and then my experience. So kind of not make this video super long, but what you need to do, the first thing you need to do when booking your surgery for the DR, you need to do your research. You need to go on realself.com. You need to read reviews on there. You need to find a bunch of doctors in the DR. You need to follow, when you find these doctors that you like, follow their Instagrams, look at the pictures, read the comments, because you will get a lot from these pictures. You'll see how their work is. You can read in the comments from past surgery girls or surgery girls who have information about this doctor. Read the comments. You do all of your research. Also recommend become part of Facebook surgery groups. So before I picked my doctor, I was in like 5 or 6 Facebook surgery groups with different doctors, and I got to see the good, the bad, and the ugly until I narrowed it down to my doctor that I actually went to. So being part of Facebook surgery groups, that really helps. It helps just like support you and the questions that you have, things you may or may not need, things you may or may not just be mentally prepared for. There's a whole group of women that are in your same boat that you can get support and love from. So I recommend that. Also, I recommend on Instagram making yourself a surgery Instagram page. Surgery Instagram pages are usually separate from your personal page, and they're usually private, and most women on those pages, they only accept surgery sisters. So surgery sisters are other women who are looking to have surgery either in the country, mainly out the country, and you guys just come together, you show pictures of your body before. Hey, is this achievable with this doctor? This is my wish pick, what I want. Do you think with my body frame, am I able to get this? Because there are vets on there, vets which are ladies who have been through the process before. They can let you know like, no girl, this doctor can't pull that off, or girl, you'll need 2 or 3 rounds to look like Bernice Burgos, or yeah, you can get it done in 1 round, or you want a natural look, go to this doctor. Oh, you want that vixen look, then you should try this doctor. Definitely get in those support groups, make a Instagram page that's private, that's just for surgery, and so you can talk and converse around with other women or men, because there's men who get plastic surgery too, who are in the same boat as you, and y'all can help each other out. So once you do that, you've done your research, you've narrowed it down to your doctors, you know what you want to get, you know which doctor is the best fit for what you want, then you start messaging that one doctor or those 2 doctors that you have narrowed it down to. Once you message that doctor, you're going to send in pictures of yourself completely undressed from all angles, sittings. Some doctors ask for sitting, some doctors ask for standing, front, back, all angles. You're going to send those pictures of your body to either your doctor or your doctor's assistant. So modesty is going to be all out the window, because you're going to have your pictures on your WhatsApp. So you're going to message these doctors. They're going to let you know what they can do for you, what they can't do for you, what you are able to achieve. They're going to tell you if you need to lose weight. They're going to tell you if you need to gain weight. They're going to tell you, they're going to ask you probably what your hemo levels are, you know, any past surgeries. And some doctors, they don't like working over other doctors' work. So it's a lot that goes into it. So once you message your doctor or your assistant or that doctor's assistant, they will let you know what they can do for you. Then you get your quote from the doctor. Once you get your quote from the doctor, it can be anywhere from, usually in the Dominican Republic, quotes are usually anywhere from about $3,000 to about $5,500 for getting work done. Like if you just want lipo and a BBL, that's usually about like $3,500. If you want like lipo, BBL, tummy tuck, and breast, like a full mommy makeover, that's usually about $5,000, $5,500. You know, everybody wants something different, but you tell your doctor what you want, your doctor will send you a quote. Usually in about it took about like 2 to 3 days for me to get my quote, which wasn't too bad. And I dealt with the doctor's surgical coordinators. That's who my doctor worked with. So once I got my quote, then they ask for your deposit so you can save that date. If you are dead set on a certain date, like you need to get it done during spring break because your kids are out of school, or during the Christmas holiday because your kids are out of school, or this summertime because, you know, you're off work, you need to put in your deposit so you can lock in that date. If you do not send your deposit, that date is free game for anybody. So once you do that, once you have your doctor locked down, you have your quote, you send off your deposit, then you can go ahead and book your plane tickets and then start looking for a recovery home. So when I booked my surgery date, I booked my plane tickets, I want to say that same day or maybe the day after. My plane tickets personally, I went during spring break because that's when my kids were out of school and I knew that they were going to be able to just stay with their dad. I think I paid like $650 for my plane tickets. I don't know if that's cheap or high. My first round when I went to DR in 2015, I think I paid about no, I'm lying. I think in 2015, I paid about $700 for my plane tickets. So this time, so it's pretty much the same, not that big of a difference. So once you have your plane tickets, and I do recommend you buying the extra insurance on your plane tickets, just in case you have to change the date. Anything can happen. I've seen girls get pregnant. I've seen girls, they got married and they had to change it. Work issues, their hemo wasn't high enough. They couldn't get their BMI low enough. It could be a host of reasons to why you have to change your plane tickets, change your surgery date. So I definitely recommend spending that extra little bit of money and buying the insurance for your plane tickets so you're able to change them if you need to. Okay, so now we're gonna go back over everything. We have your doctor set, you have your deposit paid, you have your plane tickets. Next thing you need to do is find a recovery home. So a recovery home is where you're gonna be staying after surgery. Most people after surgery stay about 10 days. If you have something like a tummy tuck done, they recommend you stay 14 days or longer. So because I did not have a tummy tuck, I stayed 10 days post-op. I stayed 12 days altogether because we came 2 days before surgery. So a lot of times they have specials with these recovery houses, and when you're in your surgery groups talking to other women, they will let you know, like, try this recovery home out. I've heard good things about this recovery home. Don't go to this one. My friend went to this one and heard bad things about it, had a bad experience. Like the one that I stayed in, I would not recommend that to my worst enemy. It was horrible. Terrible. It's called Bodied Recovery Home. So if you're watching this, do not go to Bodied Recovery Home. And the bad thing about these recovery homes, once they start getting a bad rep, all they have to do is just change their name, and then they revamp their Instagram page, and people will forget that they were once this really bad recovery home because they changed their name. But that's where I went to. Don't recommend it. It was awful. So yeah, so once you narrow down your recovery homes, you can look for like deals. So like if you're going with like a surgery sister, a family member, some people bring their husband, see what kind of deal you can get for, you know, a room for 2 people or a room for 3 people. And like you're staying 10 days, 14 days. Sometimes they'll knock some money off because it's a group of y'all coming. And all you have to do is ask. Sometimes they'll throw in massages, sometimes they'll throw in the free transportation. Really all you have to do is ask, and either they're gonna do it or they're not. We got in on a special to where we had a 10-day stay. We had 10-day stay. We had 8 massages, and all the transportation was free. So that was in our package. I believe our package was $850 for that recovery home, and I did have a 3-bedroom room because there were 3 of us that came together. So that was a special that we got. There were other girls that stayed there and they had to pay for all of their massages separately. Massages are only about like $25 or $30, but if you can get them in a package, it's just easier that way. Okay, so now you are set. You have everything set in stone. Next thing you need to do is work on your hemo. So hemo is something that's very important. Hemo, to get everything done, they want your hemo to be a 12 or higher, preferably a 12.5 or higher. So you need to eat iron-rich foods. You need to take your iron. I took iron 3 times a day. I took pill form of iron and I took liquid iron. And then I took B6 to help absorb it. I took B12. I took folic acid. What else? And vitamin C as well. So these are all vitamins that I took for about 6 weeks leading up to surgery. 6 weeks or 2 months. You know, some people take it longer, some people take it less. I'm someone who always has a high hemo. This round when I came, my hemo was a 14. My first round, my hemo was a 15. So I'm just someone, I always have a high hemo. I know some people struggle with it, so that's something that you need to check. There are sites out there. If I can remember the site that I went to, I had my hemo checked twice before I went, just to make sure that my levels were right, because you definitely don't want to get there and the doctor turns you away, because it does happen. I think it was called like free test. I don't know. If I remember the link, I will put it down below for you guys. But the tests were like about $15 or $20, and then I just went and would get my hemo checked, and they will give you your results in less than 24 hours. So you would just stay on top of it and know that your hemo levels need to be above a 12. What else? Let's talk about carrying your money. So you are going to be carrying at least, I would say at least $6,000 with you. Let's say your procedure is $5,000. Then you have to bring extra money for, let's say, incidentals, like if you need a blood transfusion. I needed a blood transfusion. That was like an additional like $150 for the blood transfusion. I paid for the pain pump. That was an additional $250 for the pain pump. I bought the medical insurance. That was like an additional, I think, $160 for the medical insurance. You need money to tip everybody. You need money for, like, let's say you get up there and you want to eat. You don't want to eat the food that they have cooked for you at the recovery home. A lot of it is their like traditional food, and you may not like that. So you want to be able to order your own food. So you might need a few $100s for that. If you want to go shopping, if you want to buy a faja, a garment, you definitely need extra money for that. So definitely you are going to bring a lot of money with you. The recovery home, they're going to want cash, and they're going to want cash as soon as you get there. They're going to want their full amount of payment. So on the very, very low end, you are going to be bringing about $6,000 with you on the low end. On the high end, I would say maybe $10,000. I think there's some women who go out there and they just get everything. They get their full body done. They go out there, get their teeth done. They get the whole shebang. So just depending on how much money you carry with you, you want to be able to hide that money. I think I brought $7,500 with me, or like $7,600 with me. And because I wanted to make sure I got everything done that I wanted to, and I had money for whatever happened. So the way I carried my money, I separated the money in half. I put it in my socks, and then I put my tennis shoes on. So that is how I walked through the airport. I did have my cash in my purse, leaving from the States, going into DR. Once I landed in DR, we went straight to the bathroom. We got our cash out. We put it in our socks. We put our tennis shoes on and laced our tennis shoes up, and you couldn't tell that we had money on us. Some women, they'll just carry it in their fanny pack. Some women, they'll put it down their bra. I mean, some women will like put it like in a flat bag in between their clothes. But I mean, I would assume that if you were going to get robbed, they would tell you to strip down, take your clothes off, and they would see the bag there. I wouldn't think that they would look in my socks. I could be wrong, but that's how I felt. I was even considering putting it underneath my wig. Like, I literally was thinking about just putting it in a plastic bag underneath on my head, and then putting my wig over top of it. You know, when you're carrying that much money, you're in a third world country. People know that this is the largest country for travel, tourism, surgery. They know that you're carrying a crap load of cash on you. So you just want to be safe. You want to definitely keep it hidden. And that's what we did. Some women, I heard, they said they put it in their panties. I don't want dirty money that close to my kitty. So no, that's not what I chose to do. So what we did, it worked very well. And I was happy to get rid of the money. Once I paid the recovery house, and once I paid my doctor, and I was just left with, you know, my small little bit of money left, I was like, okay, cool. The big funds are paid for. My surgery is paid for. So whatever happens, I'm getting my surgery done, and I have somewhere to sleep. So, but you also can, while you're at your recovery house, the cash that you do have, your passport, your credit card, your ID, you might want to buy like a mini safe. They do have mini safes that you can buy on Amazon. You might even be able to buy them at like Academy or wherever, but I know Amazon sells them. They're about like $25, $30. They're about this big and they have a combination code on them. The 2 people that I went with, they both had them. I did not. I literally just kept mine in my first round. I did have it though. I did have a mini safe. This round I didn't. I literally just kept my money in my purse, in my room, just because I didn't have enough time to go out and buy a safe. I wish I had, but it was fine. I didn't get any money stolen from me. I didn't lose any money either. All right, so we have covered booking your surgery. We've covered traveling with a large amount of money. We've covered how to get your hemo levels up to make sure that you are eligible for surgery. There's another thing, BMI. Most doctors want your BMI to be a 32 or below. So if you don't know what your BMI is, there are plenty of BMI charts on the internet. It just takes your height and your weight and it lets you know what your BMI is. It tells you if you're overweight, underweight, obese, what have you. So ask your doctor what the BMI levels are, because you may need to lose weight for surgery. I saw women get denied all the way in DR. I saw them get denied with my own eyes because their BMI was too high. Then they were scrambling to find other doctors that would take them last minute. That's scary. You don't want to be out there. The doctor you pick, you flew out there for, tells you no because your BMI is too high. Now you're scrambling to get fit in with another random doctor, which is not safe, you know, because there's a reason why they have BMI restrictions. You want this process to be safe. You don't want anything to happen to you while you're out there. So follow all the rules. Also, if they ask you to gain weight, you may want to get a BBL, which is a fat transfer. And if you don't have enough weight on you, the doctor might ask you to gain more weight. And where they mainly like taking the fat from is your midsection and your back. That is the most rich and I guess good fat that sticks in your BBL. Make sure you talk to your doctor, see what they think you need to do, gain weight or lose weight. And ladies, make sure you do that. Okay, so we've covered a lot. Next thing I want to cover is, all right, so now it's the day of surgery. Day of surgery, you get marked up, you get your surgery done. They send you back to the recovery home, bandage it up the very next day. I want to talk about taking your medicine, massages, and just things like that. You are going to be getting a list of medicine that your doctor is going to give you. Some women, they get their medicine from their primary care doctors here in the States before, but a lot of women, their doctors won't do that for them. So you'll have to be paying out of pocket full price for medicine in DR, and it's pretty expensive. I think for my medicines that I got, I didn't even get everything on the list because I brought some from home. I think I still paid about like $150 for the medicine, and their medicine is not very strong. But you still want to get it, especially the antibiotics, because you don't want to catch an infection. So you want to make sure that you get all of the medicine that the doctor recommends for you. If you're able to get it here in the States on your insurance, that's awesome. If not, make sure you take into account you're going to need at least about $200 for your medicine there. You want to make sure that the nursing staff there at your recovery home gives you your medicine on time. So they have a schedule that they go by, but you also need to write this schedule down yourself, because that's the issue that we came into. We found out they were not giving us our medicine on time as often as we needed. There were some medicines we didn't even start until 3 days later. We didn't realize until we actually took the paper from them and saw it, like, hey, I never got this medicine ever, and I was supposed to start it 3 days ago after surgery. So just stay on top of your medicine. Yes, you're paying these nurses to be there, but you know, it's a job for them. They're ready to go home. There's the language barrier. They're frustrated. So stay on top of your medicine and make sure those nurses stay on top of giving you your medicine as well. We actually had to set an alarm, and we started taking our medicine ourselves. Massages is something that's very, very important. They hurt like hell. They hurt so bad. I had tears in my eyes every single day. But that is something very important. Do not skip your massages. There was a girl that stayed in our recovery home who was skipping out her massages because it hurt too bad. Massages are so important for you to get that sleek hourglass shape and for your results to stick, to get that fluid out of your body, and you want to be able to carve your shape out. So it is very, very important that you get those massages while you're there. If you're able to get them twice a day, that's awesome. I only got mine once a day while I was there, and then when I came back home, I continued my massages. I got massages done twice a week here in the States for 2 weeks. So I think altogether I had 8 massages out there, and I had about 4 or 5 massages here. And my doctor told me I only needed to continue them for 1 to 2 weeks once I got home. So that is what I did, you know. I just got a few more massages and I think I'm good. Everything is smooth. I don't have any lumps and bumps really. I still have a couple little hard areas, but I actually will, you know, you can massage that yourself. You can, you know, you can do your own massages at home. Let me think, what else? I feel like I'm missing. It's like, it's so much that I may miss something. That's why I'm telling you guys, it's so important to be part of the surgery group, because in those surgery groups, those girls are able to answer questions for you. A lot of the surgical coordinators that work with the doctors are part of those surgery groups as well, so they can answer questions for you. You know, it's just, it's very important to have people that are on this journey with you to be able to talk to. So that is my biggest thing that I recommend to you, dolls. So I have my jacket off. I also want to mention to you guys real quick about your faja. It is very important to get your faja taken in when it gets too big. What I mean by too big, when you're able to put it on the very last hook. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick. Okay, so this is my faja. Okay, so this is my faja, which it is a compression garment. This is my tank top. I also have on my compression bra. But anyway, well, this is all for a different, that'll be explained in a different video. This is just something that you need to prepare for. When you have your faja, you need to get it taken in. This is a stage 2. When you get out of surgery, you will be in a stage 1 faja for probably like the first 10 to 12 days, depending on what your doctor says. So I am in my stage 2. I got in my stage 2 garment, which is a lot thicker and a lot tighter than your stage 1. This garment I started wearing the day I got home. So I was like post-op day 11. So it was the day 11 or 12. So it was when I got back home to the States. Sorry, this garment is extremely tight, extremely uncomfortable, but you'll need to get it taken in when you get to the last hook. You see how I am on the last hook? At the very bottom here, I started off on the very first set of hooks, and it has 4 sets. So I'm on the very bottom because this is my biggest protruding area, and then it just goes up until it is on the tightest. When you're able to button it on the last set of hooks from either way at the bottom or at least close to the bottom, it's time to get it tightened. If you guys can see where the white is right here, this is where mine has gotten tightened at on both sides. So I had mine taken in 4 inches, and it's almost time to get it taken in again. I just washed it today, put it on today, and I'm able to put the top on the very last set of hooks. So that means I am shrinking and I need to make my garment tighter. So compression is extremely important. And compression is extremely important. So you have to make sure you keep your garment nice and tight. That is an extra thing that you have to look out for, because that is money. It does cost to get your garment tightened. Here in the US, I pay $15 for my seamstress, and she fixes anything with my garment. She takes it in. I had a hole in my garment twice. She fixed the holes, and yeah. So this is me in my dress, in my full body garment. It does give you a little bit of a weird shape, in my opinion. Some people love the way that these garments make them look. To me, I don't really like it. And then also, you're like a fire hazard. You hear this? That's the garment. Yeah, so anywhere you walk, people gonna hear it. You swish and by. So yeah. Yeah, that's all I could think of right now. So if I could think of anything else in my next video, I will talk to you guys about it. But I think those are like the basics that you need to know. in getting prepared for surgery in the basics that you need to know in getting prepared for surgery in the DR. If you guys want me to continue doing these videos, let me know. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I will answer them for you guys. So until next time, bye.